normal mammograms because I had what's called dense breast tissue. I never realized that there were other women, not only across the state of Connecticut, but across the nation and the world that were just like me. So I was shocked to find out when we started our website and started our organization that I started hearing from women all across, not just Connecticut or the United States, but across the world, about my story being their story. So I want to acknowledge two of those women here, and in a few minutes Joanne's going to say a few words. But here we have Lori Schofield from New Jersey. She is working on the New Jersey bill. Has anyone seen the billboard on 84? Lori donated that to Are You Dense for this MusicFest. And we have a current active bill in the state of New Jersey because of Lori Schofield and her dedication, again, to ensure that no other woman has to suffer the tragedy. Again, late-stage cancer, followed all the rules, and then here's Joanne Pushkin. Thank you, Lori. This is Joanne. Joanne Pushkin is Executive Director of Are You Dense Advocacy, and she is a woman from New York. Again, found me on the website. I always say I'm a density dating service. Same story as mine. And Joanne, when she met me and read the information about Are You Dense, said, I want to join with you and do what you did in Connecticut, in New York, and she did that this year. Governor Cuomo signed the New York bill, and she's going to talk in a few minutes. She's also Executive Director of Are You Dense Advocacy. Thank you. Okay, I know there's an award here somewhere. Okay, we have a couple of things. Thank you, Stephen. You can't see up my dress, can you? Yes?
Yeah, go.
I do. Okay. Okay, Dr. Jean Weigert, Senator Joe Crisco, come on over here for a minute. In 2010, we honored Senator Crisco with the Champion of Exposing the Secret Award. And this year, we are proud to recognize this award. Dr. Jean Weigert, a radiologist from Connecticut, with the Champion Award for her relentless pursuit of education and knowledge to all women, not only in Connecticut, but across the nation and the globe. Let's give a round of applause. This award represents a woman holding up a globe. You can hold it, Jean. I'm going to give it to you, actually. You're going to leave with it. It's a beautiful crystal award, actually given to us by Barker Specialty. There's a woman holding up a globe, and it represents champions like Senator Crisco, champions like Dr. Jean Weigert. Dr. Jean Weigert, since the Connecticut bill was enacted in 2009, which is our breast density notification bill, started keeping data in her office and started asking her radiology friends across Connecticut for their data. And what Dr. Weigert did to show that the legislation that was passed in 2009, because really a great part because of Senator Crisco and Senator Hartley, catapulted the other states to look at our data because we nearly doubled the number of early, small cancers, node negative, which means they were contained to the breast. And Dr. Weigert's publications and her presentations have given Connecticut absolutely recognition across the nation. So Dr. Weigert, thank you very much. Before I give the microphone to Dr. Weigert, I do want Senator Crisco, our hero, to say a few words.
Thank you very much, Nancy. I receive a lot of undeserved credit, but I was just following orders from Senator Hartley and Nancy Capello, and that's the role that I play. But we are the leading state in the country in regards to breast cancer related to dense tissue thrown off, false images. We had the Minister of Taiwan visit us to take back our legislation back to Taiwan to use in his country. And we all owe it, to Nancy and Joe, and to Senator Hartley, and to each and every one of you, because without your support, this would not be possible. So thank you so much for all you do.
Say a few words.
Nancy, I just want to tell you how grateful I am to be given this incredible honor. As you know, this has been a long, long journey for you, certainly, and certainly for those of us who work in the breast detection business, as I would say that I do. And we are constantly struggling to figure out what do we need to do to find cancers as early as possible. And every step of the way, something new comes up. And we just hope that we can continue to do this research. We will continue to stick our necks out, so to speak, and work hard and try and help our patients and our friends throughout the years.
Thank you so much, Dr. Weigert. And I just wanted to remind you and let you know that what you are doing is affecting women from all over the nation, because they see the data that you've collected and they say it can be done here, and we can actually save women's lives by reducing later stage cancer. So thank you very much. I also have this from the General Assembly of the state of Connecticut to Dr. Weigert for receiving the Champion Award. So thank you very, very much. Thank you so much. I'd like to introduce to you my very dear friend and partner in this work, Joanne Pushkin, who was actually with us a couple of years ago, fighting for a New York bill. And Joanne is going to talk about the work of Are You Dense Advocacy, which is our legislative organization. We don't have one, we have two organizations. She's the executive director, spends 70 hours a week, all volunteer time, to ensure that later stage cancer does not hit any other woman's kitchen table. Joanne?
Thank you, Nancy. Well, it is certainly a pleasure to be back here in Connecticut. And this is undoubtedly ground zero in the breast density informed movement. As Nancy mentioned, I was joined by Lori Schofield from Connecticut, so you had the tri-state trifecta, as we call it. And we're looking forward to New Jersey's bill having the same success as New York and Connecticut's. Because of the groundbreaking work done in Connecticut, a neighboring state has benefited. Just a few weeks ago, New York became the fourth state to enact breast density-informed legislation. It was a challenging fight against well-organized opposition with seemingly endless funds to spend on lobbyists. It was with the assistance of the Are You Dense Advocacy organization and resources that I was able to continue and prevail. The path for all of us who follow Nancy Capello has been made infinitely easier because of the groundwork laid here. She is an inspiring role model, she is an articulate spokesperson, and is tireless in her efforts to keep the Density Show funded and moving. She is the Energizer Bunny of breast density. The road to getting breast density-informed laws in other states has been forged by the commitment and unending support of Senator Hartley and Senator Crisco. The clinical data needed to support this explosive growth of legislation to prove cancers are being found that were undetectable by mammography comes from Dr. Jean Weigert. Her seminal research is critical in not only supporting state efforts, but was requested by the FDA as they consider a federal regulatory amendment. Based on Dr. Weigert's findings, we now estimate that at least 45,000 American women a year leave their mammograms being told all is normal and negative, but who actually have invasive breast cancer that would be found if they were sent for supplemental screening. That's 45,000 horror stories a year in the form of a late-stage cancer diagnosis which could be averted. And we know all this only because of what's happened here in Connecticut. Thank you, Connecticut, for leading the way. You are a small state, but have had huge influence. Thank you.